Hi guys, it's Carissa, and I have got a wicked eye twitch going on right now. It's kind of just been here since October, so please excuse that if you're noticing it. I'm trying really hard to just live my life as if it's not happening. But I just wanted to update you on where things are with my diet. I made a video recently. I hope it was not misinterpreted or it was received how I intended it, which is basically just to let you know just how much better I feel when I am low carb, and knowing that now after having intentionally taken a step back from it because of some physical and emotional issues. So I feel really good because Mike and I got right back into it the day after Thanksgiving, actually. And we haven't been perfect by any means, but we've been really giving an effort to make sure that a good portion of the day is dedicated to eating the way that we would prefer. It was a little rough going at first because even though we didn't eat all that badly on Thanksgiving, we did have 2 big pieces of pie at the end of the night, though, that I forgot about. That was very telling just how evil sugar can be, because when we sat down to eat the pie, we ate it so quickly. And I looked up at Mike and I said, look at me, I can't even trust myself around sugar. It turns me into a monster. And he was like just scraping the last bits off his plate and he was like, I know. So we did suffer the consequences of that. I think that was probably the worst of what we did. I didn't have like any dinner rolls or any of that, but I did have mashed potatoes and like green bean casserole and some things that I probably wouldn't have if I was trying to, really be careful. But it was a good day. We didn't feel like we were, Mike's mom actually made an almost completely keto-friendly meal, which was so nice, but then we had to go to my family's and we knew we weren't going to eat perfectly there. But that's kind of how our days have been. We start out really good, and then I think late afternoon and evening is tough for us, especially if we've had a hard day or if we're feeling the stress of the time of year. We've given into that a few times, but we get right back into it at the next meal. We try really hard not to be really hard on ourselves because it's so terrible to feel that guilty when you're doing so well otherwise. And we're kind of sort of in the process of putting ourselves back together and brushing ourselves off and starting fresh again after having, an emotional period for a while. So I think that the fact that we're just making the effort matters more to us right now than any effective weight loss. So I will be clear, I didn't do any initial weigh-ins or measurements. I did weigh myself and I actually didn't gain any weight in the last month or so. My weight has been fluctuating up and down the same 2 pounds for a really long time now, so that's good. But I didn't retake my measurements, and I'm not actively trying to lose weight or track or anything right now. I'm just trying to sort of get to a place where I feel comfortable doing that, where I can focus on weight loss. I think if I were to try and do it right now, it would be too much to take on. So I think Mike is doing pretty much the same. He never really was a big tracker to begin with. We also sort of had to get through that initial period. We both definitely suffered a little bit of keto flu, where your body, despite being really well caught up with electrolytes and water intake and all of that, your body's just detoxing and it feels like hell. So the day after Thanksgiving was probably the worst. We both thought we were getting sick, but it was just a sore throat and that tingly feeling in your lower back, like you're getting sick, and headaches and not sleeping well. And I had a really achy neck for some reason. And I don't think that had anything to do with it, but I could have been retaining water in my joints. I don't know. Is there a joint in your neck? Anatomy. And probably worse of all, what shouldn't go unmentioned, was the gastrointestinal upset. Because for about a week after getting back into keto, we both definitely suffered some upset stomach as a result. There were some things, though, that had been happening with my body that just completely came to a halt, which was amazing. I had this rapidly forming eczema all over my hands, and it just completely started to clear up and reverse itself. And I would get through the workday promising myself, when you're done, when you get done with your work, you can take a nap. Even if it's 20 minutes, I'm promising you a nap. But when I would get done with my work, I would have way too much energy, and the thought of taking a nap seemed like torture. Like, why would I try and lay down right now? There's so much I could be doing. And I have been so much more efficient and gotten so much more done. So it feels really good, and I don't have that sort of sloth-like carb hangover going on that I was sort of suffering with for the last few months. And I'm really looking forward to getting back into a weight loss journey and really throwing myself at it. But in the meantime, I'm trying to just make sure that I'm okay and I'm taking care of myself, and I'm taking time to breathe, and I'm taking time to address the fact that I am sad and the holidays are hard, and every year it gets harder. So I'm trying to just be mindful of that and be gentle to myself. So if you're having a hard time, even if you're not trying to conceive, even if you are just on your own weight loss journey and you're struggling and you're having trouble with the holidays, you know, pushy coworkers or family members, or even just your own emotions, don't be too hard on yourself. It's only a few weeks, and then you can just kind of have your time back and plan and look forward to that time. Don't beat yourself up, because that won't do you any good either. Don't punish yourself. Be good to yourself every opportunity you have, because even in the times when you are making the good choices, those are not completely erased by the times that you make a bad decision. Every little bit helps. So just stick with me. We're going to be just fine, and we're going to be feeling great and maybe looking great. I don't know. So hopefully my Keto Bites videos will be up and running regularly again very soon, and whenever I have anything to share with you guys, I will make sure to do so. I will have my Instagram linked below, as well as my sister's, because she's doing really well with keto also. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support.